Welcome to the show that takes up no more than 5 minutes of your time, but could help you gain massive real estate knowledge. It's 5 Minutes in Real Estate with best-selling author Shane Willis.
Hello, it's Shane Willis, best-selling real estate expert, bringing you today's episode. I hope everybody's safe after Tropical Storm Gordon. We kept talking about Hurricane Gordon, but it never quite made it that. So Tropical Storm Gordon hit last night. I normally walk my block when I record these, but not today, as it is still raining. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday morning, the day after Gordon. And it's still raining. I've had some friends that are out and about telling me that the interstate's backed up and it's just kind of at a stop, and that a bunch of lights on Highway 29 are out. So it's still kind of nasty out here. We did have one reported death. I feel sorry for that kid. It was a youth, I guess, was in his room, and a tree fell through the trailer where they live. And killed him. You may be hearing the rain hit my back garden pool now. It just picked up. Hence why I'm not walking today. I wanted to talk today a little bit about the example we set as parents, and how that is playing out statistically in real estate. It seems like, of course, it's going to get real loud when I start to record. It's been light rain for the last 20 minutes, but now, no. It seems like there are some statistics out there that says kids basically do what we do. Imagine that. I know that's a huge shocker to everyone, that kids actually watch us and are more likely to do what we do instead of what we say. Insert roll eyes there. It sounds like, I am a parent and now a grandparent, so yeah, that sounds about right. They do more what I do than what I say. So you got to kind of watch what you do. Spent some time last night playing Fortnite with my kids. That's interesting. That was an interesting game. Basically, if you don't know anything about it, it's basically Hunger Games. The whole purpose of the game, there's about 100 of you that drop into this one little world, and the whole purpose is you survive. You kill everybody else and you survive. You're the last survivor. That means you win that round. Anyways, it's extremely popular. If you haven't heard of Fortnite, I'm not quite sure what rock you're not living under, or you are living under. But I bring it up because I was thinking, last night as I was prepping for today and, spending some time with the kids, I was wondering if there was a correlation between a parent owning a home and a kid owning a home, or eventually becoming a buyer. And I actually found some serious statistics that proved that exact theory. So obviously I'm not the only one that thought about that. It says that they are much, much more likely, and I'm going to put the actual statistics up in the notes and on the Facebook page, but they are much, much more likely to buy a home if their parents have owned a home. And they talked about an economic, the notes are going to talk about the economic impact of parents and home ownership. The reason I asked that question is because I'm a parent of millennials. I'm not quite sure if my 16-year-old falls up under millennials or not. I don't know if that's the next generation, but I know for a fact that my 21-year-old does fall up under millennials. And millennials have been slower to get home ownership than any other generation before them. So that's what made me raise the question. Is this something that normally happens? But we are seeing it even from the baby boomer generation, and now the millennials are starting to pick up home ownership, but are much more likely to buy if they grew up owning a home. So I say all that to say, hey, if you are a parent and you want to, or you understand the benefits of home ownership, make sure you pass that on to the kids. And the best way you can do that is, here's an idea. How about owning a home? Is that always the case? Do we need to be able to do it in every particular case? No, I know that. I'm not unrealistic. There are times you need to rent. I've had people come here telling me, Shane, I'm going to be here for about 8 months. Should I buy? I don't know. Are you trying to buy a rental? Is that what you're looking to do? Then maybe. But if you're just here for 8 months, then no. Even if you're here just for 12 months, probably not. probably the best to rent. But once you figure out you're going to be somewhere for about 3 years, and some would even argue that it's 24 months, then perhaps buying and teaching the kids the value of home ownership is huge. I see that even in my son. I'll tell you a different story now. I was kind of proud of him a little bit because I know that there's a ton of people that will talk about doing stuff like this, but will never actually pull the trigger. And my son has watched me buy, rehab, and resell properties for most of his life. He's seen me do that. My father bought, rehabbed, and sold cars. He's a mechanic by trade. I did not get that gene. That one I didn't get. I know how to change tire and I know basic stuff, but I did not get the mechanic gene. And I know enough about construction to be extremely dangerous. I know enough to know that I don't want to do. I've painted enough walls to know I don't want to paint anymore. But he's seen me do that. So it seems like in the past month, he has caught the rehab, resell, or flip, if you want to use that term, which I don't think is a bad term, gene, because he started researching how he could buy phones cheaper, cell phones cheaper, and sell them higher. And he's researched it for about a month, and I just kind of watched him, and all of a sudden, he picked up a phone. He picked up his first trade, and it looks like he's got a nice profit. It's almost if the payment comes through, it's almost like he made a 50% profit on his first trade. Right? You can't argue with that. It doesn't really matter the number amount. The dollar amount doesn't matter. If he spent $20 and made, sold it for $30, the dollar amount to me doesn't matter. He didn't spend $20. I think he spent $300. I think he sold the thing for $450. He didn't have to do anything to it either. So that was interesting. But I think that gene passes on. So I think the kids pick up from what we do. And if you are a parent, you need to understand the value of real estate plays as both an investment and just a gene that you're passing on as lessons. Because again, kids will do what you do, not what you say. All right, stay safe out here. It is really nasty. I don't think I'm going to be heading to the office. I had no showing scheduled for today just because I pushed them all off till tomorrow. I knew it was probably going to be nasty. So I have a feeling this is going to be just a work on the computer day, catch up on some emails, catch up on some marketing, getting ready for the fourth quarter. We got a bunch of stuff happening over on the Facebook page, scheduled for the fourth quarter. If you have not liked that Facebook page, get over there and like that. Shane Willis, the Realtor. Facebook.com/Shane Willis, the Realtor. Like I said, I've got some fantastic stuff starting in the fourth quarter we're working on now, so you're going to want to get over there and get that liked. Also, if you've not subscribed to get the emails, get over to 5minutesinrealestate.com. That's 5minutesinrealestate.com. Give me your email address. I'll send the emails when we get out these new episodes. I also ask that whatever you're listening to this on, whether it be on my website, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on YouTube, Spotify. If you listen to this, do me a favor, give me a heart, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. That helps me out a little bit. Nice lightning there. It's the Imagine Dragons song, Lightning of the Thunder. Sorry, I just did that concert. And finally, end the podcast the same way every time. If you found any value in this or any other episode, I do not ask for any money for them. I do, however, ask that you share it on social media. Stay safe, everyone.